I thought my toothbrush was moving by itself until I realized my boyfriend was only forgetful when he was mad at me. Script. I thought my toothbrush was moving by itself until I realized my boyfriend was only forgetful when he was mad at me. I know how that sounds. It sounds paranoid. It sounds ridiculous. It sounds like the kind of thing you don't even want to tell your friends because you can already hear yourself sounding crazy. But that is exactly why I stayed quiet for so long. My boyfriend and I had been together for about a year and a half. At first, I thought he was just moody. If we had an argument, he wouldn't really talk it through. He would get quiet, cold, passive-aggressive. Then the next day, he would act like nothing happened. And if I tried to bring the issue back up, he would say I was trying to start another fight. So eventually, I learned that problems in our relationship didn't really get solved. They just disappeared when he decided they were over. A few months ago, I started noticing something weird in the bathroom. My electric toothbrush would be off the charger, or lying on its side, or moved forward on the counter. At first, I told myself the counter was small. Maybe it got bumped. Maybe I was overthinking. Then I started noticing it was wet at times when I hadn't brushed my teeth. Middle of the day, random times where it made no sense. And once, I noticed something on it that made me feel like it had been used for something it should never be used for. I don't want to describe it too much, because honestly, the details are not the point. The point is that something felt wrong. So I did something small. I hid a spare toothbrush in my makeup bag. That one never moved, never looked wet, never seemed touched. Only the one sitting out in the bathroom kept changing. And that is when I started feeling sick. Because suddenly, this was not about a messy counter. This was about whether someone in my own home was doing something to something I put in my mouth. And here's the question. If your gut keeps screaming that something is wrong, but you don't have proof, do you trust the gut? Or do you wait until it gets worse? Because I kept waiting. I kept trying to talk myself out of it. I told myself he would never do something like that. Then I remembered how he acted when he was angry, how he would punish me without saying it directly, how he believed that if I upset him, he had the right to get back at me somehow. And, suddenly, the toothbrush didn't feel random anymore. It felt like a message. Not a loud one, not one he would ever admit to, but a message. So I finally confronted him. I asked him directly, "Are you doing something to my toothbrush when you're mad at me?" And he laughed, not shocked, not concerned, not confused in the way a normal person would be if you accused them of something that's serious. He laughed. Then he said, "You're crazy," and refused to talk about it. That was the moment I stopped feeling embarrassed and started feeling scared. Because if someone innocent heard that question, wouldn't they try to reassure you? Wouldn't they say, "No, absolutely not. Let's throw it away. Let's get you a new one. I don't want you feeling unsafe." He didn't do any of that. He laughed. He called me crazy. And he shut the conversation down. Part 2 is where I try to bring it up again. And he blamed someone I never expected.